says real life. You're gonna have to read that, babe. Like, I cannot read. And I think it's gonna show us sideways.
Yeah,
is it gonna show us sideways? Can you turn it the other way?
Oh, like this?
Yes. Can we tilt it a little bit, like, more towards the ODB side? There we go. That's
Good
better.
there?
Yeah.
Yeah, it just makes the shot smaller.
See my feet.
You want it higher up?
Yeah, tilt it up just a smash. There we go. It's crooked as fuck, but it works.
Well, I can...
It's alright.
There we go. There ain't nobody there yet anyway.
Oh, I know.
What do you think?
That looks fine.
Okay.
Welcome to LadyG drinking Larceny whiskey in her garage. Here with good old ODB. There's the top
Hello,
of his
nobody.
head.
Hello, nobody.
I know, but we're going to save this stream, so it'll be there in the beginning. So even though there's nobody there, this will be the first one we save, so. Cheers.
Cheers.
And there's still nobody there.
Waiting and we're waiting for the people. For people.
They can't see you. That's great. Now they can see you. That's great. There you are. Right there. I guess motherfuckers got shit to do.
Apparently so. Apparently the club is going up on a Tuesday.
On a Tuesday. Well, I mean, I guess I could just talk to the air.
You can tell them how much we love CBs.
Yeah.
And H22s.
I could talk about this a little bit. Alright, so in my driveway right now are two CB7s. Well, one's a CB9. One's a wagon, one's a sedan, okay? The sedan I bought in 2007. I bought it from the family that had originally bought it off the lot. It was an actually Japanese imported one instead of a Canadian or US made one. I started modifying it in 2009. You know, had it almost to what I kind of wanted it to be, and I got smashed by a hit and run driver on Memorial Day of 2016. And they never caught the guy that did it. And, you know, nobody loves a 24-year-old Honda. No one sees the intrinsic value and love that we put into our 25-year-old vehicles. So, you know, there's no compensation for that shit. And I'm still talking to a fucking empty room. So just let
we'll save it.
Like I said, we'll save it. So it got hit. And I took my time finding what I wanted to replace it with. It hit in a quarter panel. I had a lot of... Pretty much everything I bought for it was still perfectly usable, and so I was like, you know, I'm gonna buy a wagon. Could buy a wagon.
Always wanted a wagon, anyways.
Always wanted a wagon, anyways. And so I took my time looking, and I found what I actually wanted. And what I actually wanted was owned by a dude out in San Diego. And basically, I kind of paid the market value of the parts that were on that car for that car. Flew out to San Diego, got it ready to drive to Florida, and drove it by myself to Florida, where probably the master cylinder went out. So it was like, hey, I got here. And you know, as we've gone, it's something. The car is something I told myself I would never do, and it's someone else's project. And I'm still talking to an empty room, and I'm just gonna power through this like someone's actually fucking listening to me. So I get it home, and it becomes very apparent that it was someone else's project. And the guy that I bought it from, real nice guy, totally took the time to show me around San Diego, was a really, really nice guy when he did not have to be. He just wasn't really a mechanic, and I'm pretty sure he just paid people to do things. And then it got done, but it didn't get done right. And so I had a small minor accident, at the beginning of December that kind of started us digging into the car and seeing all what had been done inappropriately. And, finally we got to a place where it was like, Chris had time, I have time. We should just tear this thing down and build the car that we've really always wanted to build. And that leads us to now, with it sitting in a bunch of pieces, completely stripped out in the garage. And kind of like a lot of stuff in the mail on its way to coming to us. And Chris could actually tell you a little bit more about what it is that we're going to do with this car, because he's the one with the fancy pants skills. But, you also can't fit in the frame, so you might... Oh, it's this... Will you shut the garage, baby? Oh, you gotta move the bike. Here, I'll move the bike. Sorry, like three people.
Oh, that's the street sweeper.
No, it's...
Catastrophic failure.
It's the mosquito fogger. Shut the thing. Oh my God, someone's here! Oh, it's fucking Jody. Hey, Jody.
Oh, it's fucking Jody. That's so mean.
I'm not mean.
Hi, Jody.
Just gonna molest my boyfriend is all. Just know that's happening when Jody's here. Yeah, so you missed me having a very long diatribe about going and picking up the car from California and getting in the accident that caused me to lose my stand. And then Chris was actually about to start talking about what we're going to do in this film. So basically, I like to call it, we're going to tuck all the things. We're just going to take all the things that we want and we're going to tuck them under other things. But Chris can be a fuckload more specific about that than I can.
Yeah, so...
Talk to the camera.
The main thing that's exciting is we're finally getting to work on our own vehicles. I've worked on other people's cars for years and years and years, and we've never really had super nice cars of my own. I mean, I've shaved probably 20 bays in my life, and I've never had a shaved bay myself. It's pretty shitty. So we figured, it's time to start doing some of this stuff to our cars. We started with the wagon. It needed a little bit of work anyways, and, we figured it'd be a good time to paint it. So
Chris liked to tuck things, if you know what I mean. God, see, yeah. That's what I said, fucking Jody. That's what I meant by that. Continue, love. Continue, don't let him.
Yeah, so basically we're going to do the bay in the car. We're going to do a mild shave on it. Not a super bathtub shave or nothing like that. Just something quick and something a little more mild. We don't want it cracking later. We don't want a bunch of problems. Do some custom brake lines, fuel lines, AC lines. Yeah. All the plumbing, basically, it'll all be custom. Tucked radiator.
Let all the things tucked.
Yeah, you gotta tell them your color. You gotta tell the color. You gotta tell them.
No, let's talk about the color. In 2015.
Oh, it's.
Hey. I know.
Is that Zoe?
I think it might be Zoe. I don't know who's doing the KI page right now. But yeah, in 2015, Honda came out with this passionberry purple color for the Fit, and the more I've looked, the less I've found. As far as I can tell, there are not a whole lot of things that are modified in passionberry purple at all. So we're going there. We're buying a huge fucking Downstar kit. Damn it, Frank. You're taking a lot of our fucking money.
All the Downstar things.
Not really, but yeah, really. Oh, I've got a Wireworks harness, a very beautiful piece of equipment.
Thank you, Xavier.
Thank you, Xavier.
Wireworks always takes care.
My gorgeous fittings for my brake lines that are
from JV Tuned.
From JV Tuned. I have something else coming. My burnt washers that we're getting for the header and for.
No, I haven't ordered those yet. The Speed Factory. We're gonna go with the Speed Factory. Manifold studs and exhaust studs, the titanium ones.
She's gonna be baller, yo.
So, yeah, it's gonna be pretty awesome. Of course, H22 powered, since that's the best thing for these.
Setting
cars,
things off to get. We're gonna get some things. What's that called, babe?
What do you
God
call
damn it.
The Neo?
The Neochrome. Yes, thank you.
Neochrome valve cover. Probably intake 2. And I guess everything else we're just going to do regular chrome and then just black and silver. Natural finish.
Yeah, because the colors are going to be so very bright if we actually do the valve cover and the intake and the rainbow. You're going to have to read some of this stuff, baby, because I cannot.
Let me see, I'll read. You can't hear anything, Zoe? Damn.
Really, are you serious?
Man, is that happening again?
No one sent us any.
Here, I'll be right back.
No one sent us any. Yeah, my volume's the whole way up. Jody can hear us. What the fudge? Get it together. Gotta push that sound on, bro. You gotta turn it on, bro. Thanks, Nino. Alright, Chris got on. Alright, Chris, can you hear this shit? I can hear it too, lol. Alright, great. We had sound issues. We had sound issues with our first kind of test run, so hey, you know, what's up? Okay, cool. So unfortunately, I rambled to an empty room kind of about where I bought the car, that we're doing this, why I bought this car, how far I went to get this car. I also bought this car because I happen to own something extremely fucking rare and possibly the only one that exists in the United States. This very particular front lip. Someone on the forum, CB7 Tuner, someone on the forum that lives in Malaysia had a Lucky Star half mask front end. You gotta go read, babe, because I can't read.
All right, I'm sorry. Okay, it's just, yeah. They're just talking about the sound still.
Okay. Get on the subject, guys. Come on. Alright, you know what? Fuck it. Someone ask me something about my car, seeing as though I'm rambling to a room. Y'all keep talking about sound. There's 2 other people in here besides me. Unless you're the other one. Are you still in here?
I don't know.
Is it just you and Jody in here right now? And what'd you do with my pen?
Jody likes hanging out with
And
the
what-
pocket.
Oh, check this out. It's a Ferrari glass. It's got Ferraris. I know it's old as fuck, but it's still a Ferrari fucking glass, and it's still badass.
I know. Well, I know, no.
I drink my $26 whiskey out of my Ferrari glass. Because I'm bougie.
When was the first time I took a car to a show? Fuck.
You or me?
It says, when was the last time last time I took a car to a show?
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, fuck.
That would have to be probably the IFO
IFO.
that we took Jackson to when he was still a
Right
little
before
baby.
you got rid of your car, Jody. Right before
Yes,
that.
you still had your
The
car.
last
Yes.
IFO. It was the black coupe when I first got the D series in it, and all that. That was it.
No, you took the Integra. You took the Integra, and you had the. We have one.
Yeah, that's right. I took the Integra to IFO.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right. And then Big John took it somewhere to Tampa, I think. But
Big John took it to Tampa.
Yeah,
that's why you remember it being in Tampa, Jody.
Yeah, it's been a long time, dude. A really long time. Yeah. Me and Monica were just talking about that earlier, how it's awesome that we're finally getting to work on our vehicles. And it's exciting. We'll both have nice cars for a change. We can do the show circuit together. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's always been very disappointing that some of the cars that Chris did, like, either immediately got sold right after they were finished, and then we never saw them again, or went into storage and just
didn't parted out or
parted out. Yeah,
I feel like only like 30% of them got done. But that's the nature of the beast, I guess. Customers do what they do with their cars. Can't control.
Yeah, I mean, someone pays you for the work. What they do with it is their business.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Do we have anybody new yet?
Just Jody.
No, just Jody.
Just Jody.
Thanks for hanging out with us, Jody. We're just playing with this whole live thing.
Well, yeah, and I kind of wanted to do one where we talked a little bit about like rare parts and stuff, but because I've got a couple things. But now that I'm sitting here talking and I'm realizing, how slowly time goes by, I'm kind of realizing that I don't have enough shit to talk about it for an entire live video. Too long of a live video.
Well, with engagement, perhaps.
Jody says he misses us. Well, we miss you too. I kind of miss you. You're just really gay with my husband, and it makes me uncomfortable sometimes. So, But other than that, you're fine. Yeah. All right. Well, then here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get down.
Walk around and look at stuff.
I'm gonna walk around and look at stuff. We're gonna flip this shutter around. This. Unplug this because I'm gonna save this when I'm done.
People are gonna watch it later.
So there's some welding spots. We've already cut a cover part and gotten pretty strung along. Everything pulled through.
Yeah, all that's left of disassembly is just these back doors. Get the back doors disassembled. And
there's my harness in the box. It's in the box.
Yeah, your brake lines are there too.
Oh, it's a hot mess. It's a hot mess. And there's my good old angina. Look, see there. I've cleaned her to some extent. Oh, and there's the intake manifold. Look at that.
She's dirty,
yeah,
but she'll be nice again.
Yeah, it's got a glare. There we go. And then the wall of innards. Various innards and... Yeah, don't they all start as a hot mess. It's a hot mess. And then there's the Butamus, rarest of things that I have. So that's my lip that came from Malaysia. And it's fucking 800 goddamn dollars. 400 of it was to get it in the goddamn country. And then that very knocked up charge speed, which if you can believe the legend, that charge speed grill was on Sticky Diljo's CB. If you could believe the lore that was passed down to me. And then what I was told is this is one of 3 charge speed wings in the country, and that this is one of 2 that have LEDs in it. There's one out there that does not, that are real. And it's real, and it's got all the little, like, stamps and indentations on it that say it is and whatnot. So, yeah, those are probably the 3 rarest things. And these 2 things are so fucking rare that I'm having a whole bumper made. And that grill and the bumper that lip is going on are only going to be worn to shows, because literally, if anything happens to that lip, I cannot replace it. I honestly have never seen another one.
We'll have 2 bumpers, one that she uses to drive with all the time, and one that we'll put on for shows that has the lip on it, etc.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm going to do the same with mine. I have the basic JDM front on all the time, and then my BYS bumper will only be put on
So yeah,
for events.
this is where our magic happens, where we
Shop.
got everything stuffed on in here. Believe it or not, this isn't even all of it.
This ain't even close. This is just some. We couldn't even bring it all here if we wanted to.
Thanks. It's the culmination of, let's see, I started modifying.
What's up, Julio? Sorry.
I started modifying in like 2009, so I've been slowly accumulating. And then when I bought this wagon, I actually kind of paid what I would have paid for that. The 5-lug swap, the wheels, the H22, the grill, the wing, like that all would have added up to what I spent on the car. So yeah, thank you. Not doing anything to the interior until my youngest son gets a little older. And that gives me time to source. I would like to find an OEM leather interior for it. We're going to flip this around. What you drinking on?
Duke's Jacksonville local. Absolutely delicious.
So this is where Chris does his magic stuff with his spiritual hands. Yes, well, spiritual. That's a very interesting adjective. I don't know if I would say they're spiritual hands, but they're creative hands. How about that?
Creative hands work for me. Yeah. Man, I be doing stuff all over the place. Here, at my job, at one of the 2 places I have my crap store where I work. I mean, just
makes all the things.
Wherever I can get it done, dude. Just try to keep up.
Gotta go over there and read the shit, though.
Let's see. Yeah, it's just the same thing.
Okay, I couldn't.
Yeah, just try to maintain everything. The job, the business, familia. Now these car builds, personal car builds. Heck, not long after this, the Integra will be here.
Yeah, and we'll do something kind of similar, maybe, depending on how this one goes. We'll do something similar on the TEG. I mean, I know that Integras are more popular chassis, and who the fuck gives a fuck about a CB except for people like me?
Well, once we get some paint on this car, get some pictures up of it, I think that'll change a few things. Get some pictures of the bay up, We'll see. I mean, even when I had a really clean sedan, I think people will appreciate it because it's not your everyday thing, in my opinion. Yeah.
We'll see. Yeah, but who wants to be like everyone else? Well, and that's why, fuck the haters. I stayed with a CB. I didn't have to do that. So what project are you bringing out, Chris? Chris has his 4-door Integra, also with an H22. And then you're going to have to tell him about your Integra little...
dude, it's the same Integra I've had for a long time. It's just been down because I've spent the last I don't know, 6, 7 years of my life working on other people's cars. But now, that's different. My Integra is just a basic 4-door H22 swap. Of course, it'll have a shaved bay, brake tuck, wire tuck, custom Wireworks harness. Of course, I'll put my TEs back on it, but they will be a different color this time. They won't be the chrome anymore. Car's going a whole different color. Gonna have Recaro front and back seats, K-tune shifter, just the basics. BYS bumper, JD in front, of course. That's really about it. I got a big ass wing to put on it too. I'm excited.
You also have a Mugen twin loop that I don't think you should get rid of.
Well, I had a Mugen twin loop on it back when it was B series, and I loved it. But when I put the H on it, I think the twin loop sounded like shit.
And I think that you still have other exhaust work that you could do before you decide you want to do that.
We'll
This is the arguments that we have in this house about is about our fucking parts and things like how we want to go about doing a power steering conversion on my car. We got a yelling match about 3 weeks ago about doing power steering conversions. So it's an interesting house. Yeah. See, I want to build a Frankenrack out of like different parts from different cars, and he's all like, "We're gonna buy an electric pump," and I'm like,
"Yeah, man, electric.
Okay,
gotta do something cool." Is there more questions?
No, I don't know. I can't see.
Yeah, your old TEs, Jody.
There's 2 people in here. You don't build anything
it's
basic, bro. No, there's nothing basic. Not over here.
Well, I guess maybe to me it just becomes basic when you do it over and over again. I don't know. Did that sound bad? Maybe. I don't know if it did.
Well, I mean, isn't that the definition of something that's basic, though? Is it's the shit that everybody else is doing all the time? Like, let's be real.
But not everybody's doing what I'm doing all the time.
No. I guess what I mean is like, there's so many people that are taking cars to shows and all they're doing is lowering it, putting on some wheels. Maybe they'll go take it, get it wrapped into something, and then put some wheels and lower it. And then they take it to a show, and everyone's like, "Oh my god, it's great!" You're like, "What did you do here? You threw money at it. That's what you did. You stood in your garage and you went like this, and you threw money at it." Can I have my thing?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, that's one thing. I went to Tuner Evo, and
gotta talk a little louder.
I don't think so. I went to Tuner Evo, and really it was just a whole lot of LED taillights, airbags, really expensive wheels, and honestly, that stuff just doesn't impress me. I prefer a car that has parts everywhere and more well-rounded, not so much just a lowrider with a pop trunk and an airbag system. I mean, that's cool if that's what people want to do, but that's just really not my thing. And it seems like that's happening a lot everywhere. But, whatever people want to do is what they want to do.
It's just, it's always interesting to see where the fucking scene goes because...
It is.
Because it's changed so much. I mean...
all the people here have been watching it for a while.
First time I touched the scene was, I was 16, so that was 99. It was the first time I ever saw anything to do with modifying Hondas in any way, shape, or form.
Me too, about the same time.
Yeah, it was the same time.
We were together.
So, it's come a long way, baby.
Julio's been around a long time. I know that.
Jody called you a basic bitch.
Jody can kick rocks.
Kick rocks, Jody. What's that say?
Says, I agree no one is building out of the box anymore reps. Yes, yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're correct, man. I know you attend a lot of events, so you see. It seems like the Honda game is kind of holding it down with doing real well-rounded builds, like ground up engine bays, interiors, suspension, no stone unturned, like really closer more to the hot rod scene, really, really detailed builds.
And I have to say that some of the builds that I enjoy the most are ones that have taken influences out of other scenes and really gone somewhere that everyone else isn't going, you do get so fucking tired of the same shit. I mean, I'm actually glad that we haven't gone to any shows in probably the last 5 years, because we're gonna roll up there and the whole what was there the last time we were there isn't gonna be there anymore. And if it is there, it will probably be different. Which, thank God. What does that say? 2000 was when I started.
Yeah, see, Julio's been around just as long.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So you remember back when everybody was...
God, like the opening night for the Fast and the Furious at the local movie theater.
It was insane. I won't forget that crap.
I just cannot even, with the level of like peeling out the parking lot and foolishness. Yes.
Yeah, we were all like 18.
It's horrible.
Ricers.
Oh,
we were fucking ricers. Hell, I'm still a ricer.
Motherfucker bought clear taillights.
Don't care. Right. I knew you were going to mention the clear taillights. Let's see. I think Jody left.
Bye.
Bye, Jody. I think Julio's the only one with us. Thanks for hanging out with us, Julio.
Hanging out in the garage. What's it say? I'm so tired with the scene in my local area. Where does he live, Bronx?
Savannah.
Oh, Savannah. Whoa. I don't know.
You're still in Savannah, right? I'm pretty sure that's where he's at, Savannah.
Like, there's even... What?
I don't think there's much
Does
of
Georgia
a scene
even
there.
have a car scene?
I think they do in Atlanta, yeah.
Oh, yes. Of course. Of course they would.
I think Atlanta has a car scene.
I would rather travel out of state and see cars I don't... Yeah, of course. Yeah. And so, one of my goals for next year, after Chris's car is done, is for us to do CAM in California, which is the California Accord meet. And I would be so stoked if we both drove our cars down. I feel like that... I did it once before the shit was even, like, gone through. I'm pretty sure I could do it again. Oh, look, Big John's in.
What's up, John?
Hey. Oh, he's still in Savannah. Okay.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, I don't think there's much of a scene in Savannah. Probably a bunch of beaters. That should be nice, though.
College kids. Lots of college kids.
Yeah. Hi, John. We're just sitting around talking about the Accord, chilling, talking about the scene.
What do you do?
In general.
Your wheels are nice. I like your wheels.
And your paint job. It's cool, man. Creative stuff.
Not a big fan of your lug nuts, though. Your lug nuts are like 11.
Yeah, I got
ATL or South Carolina. Okay. You do live it. You drive it every day. I know. You're the one that drives it every day. I don't have to drive it every day. That's okay. So basically, I talked about how I got the car. Talked about the car I had before this and how that is important to why I got this car. I've talked about tucking all the things. Talked about the paint. Talked about the rare parts. So I'm pretty sure that from here on, you guys have a pretty good idea of what will be happening when you see random videos of brake tucks and wire tucks and stuff coming from here on. Oh, there's a big wall of text. What does that say? College kids and military people that have the same car with the same exhaust.
We have that here, man.
Yeah, and so that's what I was talking about earlier when I was talking about kids going out and buying something, basically lowering it, slapping some wheels on it, maybe wrapping it in something, and then going to shows, and everyone's like, and that's, yeah.
How many mixed drinks are you down?
Oh, no. Fuck a mixed drink. It's a whiskey. It's a whiskey. Another boys going to join them both. Well, okay, so Xavier actually does go to the garage with Chris. He does things like fire watch and get tools and, you know, do things like that.
With me all the
he
time.
goes to the shop with Chris all the time. Aiden doesn't love it quite as much. He has gone, especially when Chris has needed him to go. The most important thing, I think, is that when they get their own cars, one, we are not going to be able to put in that much on whatever they get. And two, they are going to there's no excuse for them not to be able to fix and maintain their own vehicle. There's no excuse. Like,
yeah, they're going to have to work on their own cars and all that stuff. But Zane does participate.
Yes, he does very much.
Ibach too. He loved Ibach.
Let's see. That was 1, and I'm going to go put it, no, it was 1.5. Because I still had ice from my first one. So it was 1.5, and I'm going to go put another rock of ice in this sucker. Oh, check this out really quick, because the only person I think that saw it was Jody. This is my Ferrari glass. And it's old and it's scratchy as fuck, but it's a Ferrari glass. That shit's baller. All right. Let me get some ice. You talk to your friends.
So Big John is actually the one that's going to paint Monica's Accord here. Just so everyone knows, he's a pretty awesome painter, local here to Jacksonville. What do we got here? Yeah, definitely no excuse, man. The boy will know a lot more about cars by the time he's able to drive than I did, that's for sure. It would have been pretty sweet if my dad took me to the shop as often as I was able to take him. But unfortunately, with his profession, he was not able to do that. So I was just telling them that Big John's the one that's going to paint the car.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Julio says drinking in style with your Ferrari cup.
Fuck yeah.
Well, we've been on like 40 minutes now.
Have we? Mm-hmm. That's cool. So while Chris, does things with metal and fire for a living, I do things with liquor and ice for a living. So I've been a bartender the last decade, easy. Restaurants the last 20 years. Little stints in offices here and there. And, I just, oh gosh, seeing the same people day in, day out, doing the same thing day in, day out is just not really where my heart's at. Yeah, so, and also people usually having a good time at a bar and having a good time drinking, and I like participating and being a part of their good time, so here's that.
Oh, I think I'm making the phone move.
Do what now? What?
No, I said I think I'm making the phone move when I was doing
Oh, okay.
Shaking it.
Well, let's see. How long have we been on, babe?
It's like 10 after 10 now. About 40 minutes.
Okay. All right. I think we're going to wrap this one because I still need to figure out how to save these, so I need to do it slow and before I just run out of time. So, hey, thanks, guys, that y'all came and hung out with us. And
appreciate it, guys.
We appreciate it. And this will be up soon.